Hello again everybody, my name is Anne Russell and I'm with the Russell Family Fetal Alcohol Disorders Association. Welcome to Fasd Friday, and today we're going to talk about Fasd and sleep. It's quite an interesting subject, and the research that I was doing in the last couple of days showed me that there hasn't really been a lot of research on it at all actually. But I was able to get some really good information, I think. So severe and persistent sleep difficulties are frequently associated with Fasd, but even overseas, health professionals are typically unaware as to how to manage both issues in combination. Usual techniques used for neurotypical children probably won't work for children with Fasd. Children with Fasd will need specially designed interventions, and I guess the only place you'd get them would be a sleep centre. So lack of good sleep can mean that the behaviours and hyperactivity are elevated and the effectiveness of interventions can be reduced. In a perfect world, professionals would help parents identify the types, causes and effects of their child's sleep disorders. They'd assist with the accommodations required for sleep hygiene, such as the child's sleeping environment, the scheduling and preparation for sleep, as well as a medication regimen if that's found to be necessary. Anecdotal reports from parents suggest that children with Fasd have sleep problems throughout their lives, and that the majority had night terrors, sleepwalking, waking more than twice during the night and day, daytime fatigue, difficulties falling asleep, frequent waking for minutes or even hours, and early morning wakenings. We were just talking about that online for those of you who were there at the time, and this seems to be very consistent with what we were talking about and what other parents experienced. These sleep difficulties fall under the diagnostic category of circadian rhythm sleep disorders, which are defined as disassociations between the sleep-wake behaviours and the environment. So sleep plays such an important role in our lives, and when it's fragmented the way it often is in children who have been prenatally exposed to even small amounts of alcohol, it can result in increased behavioural and hyperactivity issues, which I've said. It can also be found to impair fear conditioning in mice. So that means that I think that children with Fasd who do have sleep disorders may also not respond appropriately to danger. So we all know that getting fragmented, have I said this before? No. So we all know that the sleep disorders do cause lots of problems, but what do we do about it as parents? How can we manage it? And again, this is an issue that we're having at home right now. Seth is 32 and he's still unable to sleep. A lot of the medication that he did find useful at some point is now sort of deteriorated in its efficiency with him. So he's tried everything from Valium to the strongest prescription sleeping medication available, and yeah, he's always had trouble with sleep as well. And it doesn't look like it goes away anytime soon. One study says that. One study that says circadian rhythms, which include sleep and pineal melatonin production, are modulated by the hypothalamus, and we know that that is one of the centres of the brain that's typically affected by prenatal alcohol exposure. In some cases, melatonin therapy at bedtime may fully correct the circadian rhythm sleep disorders in our children. That's good news. But any vigorous activity, exercise or play just before bedtime can delay melatonin secretion, which will delay sleep. Relaxing and winding down just before bedtime will do the opposite. Making a routine prior to bedtime that consists of several interrelated sequential activities might help. For example, the same routine after coming home from school can increase the chance that sleep will occur. As the time goes on, from play to dinner time to TV to bath time, putting on pyjamas, listening to a story, hugging, turning off the lights, that can all prepare a child for the inevitable, hunkering down and going to sleep. But you know, it doesn't matter what the routine, as long as there's a routine that eventually ends up in sleep, that's going to be effective. The problem with that is that any stimuli, even minor stimuli, such as fighting with a sibling or anything more than just reading a book, can disrupt that sequence of activities. Earplugs or machines that produce white noise may minimise any one-off noises, such as a neighbour ringing the doorbell or knocking on the door. Additionally, some children can be light sensitive, which can cause headaches, and we know that fluorescence and glare can be especially problematic for children too. It seems that some children, for some children to be more calming. Oh yeah, sorry, I can't read my own writing. For some children to be more calm at bedtime, they need less stimulation in the bedroom, so a minimum of furniture. The walls are a beige colour, very similar to the colour behind me here. The sheets have a uniform sort of non-excitable colour, and it's also better if most toys are removed from the bedroom and any clutter is avoided. The sensitivity can also include tactile sensitivity to the feel of the sheets and wrinkles even in the bed, you know, in the sheets. Also check that your child isn't sensitive to smells like cigarette smoke or perfume. That may be causing problems with sleeping as well. Perhaps even the taste of their medication, if they're particularly sensitive, it can cause problems. Occupational therapy can be helpful in targeting activities towards sleep regulation. Other suggestions can be staggering bedtime for different children, so you don't have that interaction between children that is going to stimulate the child. Heavy or weighted blankets. In cooler countries, obviously that's fine, but not in the tropics. I don't know how people manage that. Trying no TV or screen time prior to bedtime, or using calming music. So that's it for today. If anybody has any ideas for next week, please let me know. If you would like any training on FASD, please give me a call on 0412 550 540 or email me at elizabeth@rffada.org. Thank you. Oh yes, and for anybody who lives in Cairns, we have a 2-hour workshop happening on the 6th of July at 47 Sheridan Street between 2 and 4. Only $50 a head this time, as it's our pilot program here in Cairns. So if anybody here is here or would like to make a short journey here, please give me a call. Thank you very much.